If you're a Fisker owner or investor, you probably don't know what to think right now. Is Fisker really bankrupt? What happened with all these documents that just came out, and who's responsible? What are the chances of Fisker surviving, and when are we going to know? I'm going to break that all down, and your comments are the most important part of my channel, so we can start there. I think we are missing your opinion or feeling after digesting this material. There seems to be a lot more Fisker IP than you previously thought. Does this change your view on Chapter 7 versus 11, or the appetite of an OEM picking up Fisker IP post-bankruptcy? This is a great question. Let's take a look at IP. We previously entered into a non-exclusive car platform sharing agreement with a Magna subsidiary, and while this agreement remains in place, we have substantially re-engineered an original platform proposal with the Fisker-owned FM29 platform, which we have the right to commercialize accordingly. So Fisker does have their platform, as no other intellectual property other than patents, which are pretty commonplace at an auto manufacturer. As of March 6th, 2024, we owned 16 issued U.S. patents. We have 56 pending or allowed U.S. patent applications, 51 issued foreign designs, and 16 pending foreign design applications. In addition, we have 162 registered trademarks and 13 pending trademark applications. So there are 16 patents. I'm guessing the solar roof is one of them. Things like the taco tray, unfortunately, are also one of them. But if you're talking about a platform, Magna essentially made the entire platform. It says it right in the document, and Fisker tweaked it to make it its own platform. Well, that means it has potentially unreliable suppliers that have a bad reputation with Fisker right now, cheaper parts than what Magna would offer you. So why wouldn't you just go to Magna? Don't forget this comment from the Fisker AMA just a few weeks ago. Magna's deal included their cutting-edge security and entry system. I believe Kia EVs use Magna-engineered entry systems now, or maybe GM. But anyways, they work great. Fisker's is a facsimile of that. A mousetrap that fits in the same rectangular void in the sheet metal, adding insult to injury by having Magna bolt them on the cars, of course. So yes, Fisker does have intellectual property, and I think no matter what, post-bankruptcy, those assets would be sold off and someone would pick them up anyway. But to answer your question in completeness, I don't think Chapter 11 is off the table. Great question. Now let's talk restructuring. Fisker has no money, or near enough as makes no matter, and they owe over $1 billion in debt. They have close to no goodwill, they are out of compliance with the SEC, and that makes raising capital nearly impossible. Also, Chapter 11, quote, allows businesses to continue operating while the business owner and creditors reorganize the debts so the business can be profitable once again. Fisker can no longer sell the Ocean, its only product, for a profit. They lost that ability when they slashed the prices. No one will buy a car knowing that instantly it will lose $20,000 in value. And that's what Fisker would have to do in order to profit from the Ocean. All the other cars are a pipe dream. No one has agreed to manufacture them. In fact, that's a great segue into the next big piece of news. I also want to add that Magna employees assigned to the Fisker project have been let go on Monday, and Fisker employees at the Magna facility are tasked with updating all remaining vehicles, and then they will be let go. Now, is that a rumor? I don't think so. Here's the real articles. Magna has to reduce 500 employees again. These are European articles. That's why I got multiple sources. And thank you to my source here. Magna in Graz is cutting around 500 jobs. On Wednesday, the employees of the car manufacturer Magna in Graz were informed about drastic measures. After the production stop of the Fisker Ocean e-car model in Graz, around 500 jobs will be cut. First dismissals could take place at the end of April. We don't know anything concrete yet, but it doesn't look good, said a Magna Works counselor in a telephone interview with ORF Styria. I know I botched that. On Wednesday, shortly before the Works meeting, which was surprisingly convened at 12 noon. Almost an hour and a half later, Magna confirmed the dismantling of around 500 jobs. Remember, this is translated, so some of these words are not exactly what we would choose. The reason is the poor order situation, it was officially said, but the step is probably mainly related to the Fisker Ocean, whose production had recently been discontinued. These articles are from today, which is Wednesday, April 24th. Is there warranty coverage? And I've done a lot of digging and I came upon this. When a company offering goods or services for sale to the public goes bankrupt, a somewhat atypical group of creditors may have a stake in the proceedings. Holders of warranty rights. Warranty holders are unlikely to think of themselves as creditors by virtue of their warranty rights. They are more likely to perceive themselves as consumers, more often on the debtor than the creditor side of a financial transaction. Unlike their more sophisticated co-creditors, they have not extended quote-unquote credit to the debtor in any traditional sense. They may, in fact, never become aware that litigation relative to their rights as creditors is taking place. But bankruptcy law regards the warranty claims of consumer creditors in much the same way it does the unsecured claims of a debtor's bank, supplier, or contractor. The warranty holder is subject to the same requirements and is offered the same safeguards as are the others. The problem, then, is to fit the warranty creditor's claim into a complex federal bankruptcy law designed with solvent, knowledgeable commercial creditors in mind. So yes, we are supposed to have warranties, but there has to be litigation in order to get it, and once that litigation is complete, where do we go to get those warranties performed? In a previous video I said, no one's going to give you a loan for this car, and they only accept cash. So if you have enough cash to buy a Fisker Ocean Extreme or Ultra right now, you probably have another car in the driveway. But this commenter said they were able to get 100% financing on an Extreme, even though Fisker's potential demise is on the horizon, to quote my commenter. Thanks for that. Think about this. What car buying consumer is going to even be considering the financial health of the company when they start the process of buying a new car? Right up front, I knew it could be risky to buy a Fisker, but all of the sophisticated marketing hid that risk we are all seeing now. No notes. Very well said. Just wanted to share that. Speaking of risk, we all knew the shares were risky, even when Fisker was over $10. But why the steep fall off? Was it me, the short seller? Was it MKBHD's video? By the way, I'm not a short seller, as much as you guys really want me to be. It was probably this guy. Between January 1st, 24 and the date this annual report on Form 10-K was filed, the investor converted portions of the aggregate principal of the outstanding 2025 notes of $181.5 million of principal at a conversion price between 1 penny to $1.23 per share into 1,039,773,708 shares of Class A common stock. Sounds like any strategy to save the company will be held hostage and contingent on placating Henrik's ego and his importance as designer. The ego is the limiting factor. Henrik and Gita look very amateur when it comes to operating a company. By the way, Bjorn, I believe he goes by Bjorn Nyland, is releasing Ocean videos. If you guys want me to break those down, let me know in the comments. At this point, it sure seems Henrik and Gita have both been sidelined. Not a peep from either of them. I assume the note holder is calling the shots, and FTI is in essence working for them. The immediate main objective will be trying to maximize recovery for the note holder, but they've only got a few days to work this out. This would entail making sure that all of their security interests are properly perfected and taking stock of all available assets that will fall under the note holder's claim. After that, the 8K mentions that there will be a change of chief restructuring officer, and this will most likely be the guy filing the bankruptcy. Great points here. Well said. Do you know anybody that's actually taken delivery of one of the cheap Oceans? Everything I know is hearsay. It's pretty reliable sources, but all hearsay at this point. If you've taken delivery of one of the recent discounted Oceans, let me know in the comments. Finally, I've had a lot of these posts sent to me about Fisker being delinquent on stuff, and I'm definitely starting to believe them. This is the guy from the Odessa site in Maryland. Let's take a peek. Myself and many other property owners that leased to Fisker have not been paid in months. You say prove it. The property addresses where Fisker has their dealer or service centers, more than half come up for lease. Fisker is in default on many of their properties and trying to sublease them because they cannot pay for them. The landscaper, even the waste management company came after him. I make these videos so you can use the information to make a fair and educated judgment on your personal opinion of Fisker, and if you're a Fisker owner, make decisions about how to use your car and what to expect in the future. And I don't have to make claims like this isn't investment advice, because pure and simple, it isn't. But look at those dead 12 volts. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Join Patreon or become a YouTube member for early access to videos. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you on the next one.
Hey, smash the like button.
Thank you.